Welcome back to the Ocean Photographer of the Year 2022. I'm Lizzie Daly and I'm joined once again by the brilliant Nane Steinhoff, editor of Oceanographic magazine, for episode 4 of this year's Winners Week. If you missed any of this week's winners or finalists, everything you need to catch up on can be found on the Ocean Photographer of the Year Instagram channel or the Oceanographic magazine website, details for which are on screen now. For today's episode, we venture into the wilds here on Shell Beach. This entire bay is twice as salty as the open ocean, and under my feet are billions and billions of shells. It's absolutely extraordinary. So it's a real privilege to be here to announce the winners and finalists of the Ocean Adventure Photographer of the Year. So Nane, we're here today. This is an extraordinary category. What are the judges looking for?
Yeah, they're looking for this sense of adventure that we feel when we immerse ourselves in the ocean, whether that is through diving, kayaking, swimming, free diving, sailing, anything that excites us. And it's about exciting new worlds, discovering them, showing the unknown under the water, and bringing it across this adventurous feeling we feel when we are in the ocean.
Brilliant. It's always such an exciting category and always so much variety. So let's take a look at some of the runners-up. In third place is Martin Brohan once again, but with this beautiful image of an abandoned sinkhole-like cenote. This is just stunning, isn't it?
Yeah, what an image. It was shot in Cenote Angelita in Mexico, and this cloud is a hydrogen sulfide cloud that happens when organic matter decomposes. And it's really special, otherworldly. It looks like a haunted forest scene with the branches sticking up. Yeah, you get this spooky atmosphere that the judges really love. Like one of our judges, David Dubélé, said, it says more than any other picture he's seen, this sense of adventure, and he would love to dive there.
That's amazing feedback. We mustn't forget that these are kind of world-renowned ocean photographers that are judging these photographs. So massive congratulations to you again, Martin, for that image. Absolutely one of my favourites. And in second place is Franco Banfi with this sperm whale and free diver dancing image. Normally, when you see a portrait image of sperm whales, they'll be sleeping or interacting, but this completely turns it on its head, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like the diver is part of the plot. It's such a special moment. You've got this adventurous wildlife encounter where the diver immerses himself in the scene, and you can see the sheer size difference between the whale and the diver, which is really special. Christina Mittermeier pointed out that the water is just so clear, and David Dubélé said that this image is outrageous. He can't believe how beautiful it is, and that it's one of the best sperm whale pictures he's ever seen.
I guess we get a lot of images of whales interacting with humans, but I think this is outstanding. It's really kind of a new image, if you like, for a really fantastic category. So congratulations to you, Franco. But of course, we need a winner. So the winner of the Ocean Adventure Photographer of the Year is Tom St. George with this black and white image of an underwater cave system. How incredible is this? The light, the framing, the stacks, this is just like none other.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you've got this cave diver on the left with the gigantic formations in view. The photographer also said that the diver sees them for the first time, so you kind of feel that sense of adventure, of exploration. And the lighting just simply does a great job separating the diver from the background. That's what the judges love most.
Absolutely. This has to be one of my favourites as well. Let's hear from Tom to hear what he has to say about this image.
I'm originally from the UK, but I emigrated to New Zealand just before my 30th birthday. And that's where I discovered scuba diving, and I was hooked from day one. And I've always been interested in photography, and so it was kind of a natural progression that I really wanted to share and to show people what the amazing things that I was seeing underwater. So I was with my partner Julia, and we were trying to work out where to go to next. This idea of Mexico just kept popping up, and we really wanted to go and check out the caves and the caverns. Cave diving is often portrayed in the media as adrenaline-fueled and dangerous. It's actually very far from that. It's a very peaceful, I find it very meditative. Everything is nice and slow and controlled. For me, the adventure really is getting to go to these unique environments, in these places with geological formations that took millennia to form. and it can actually make you feel quite insignificant. The photograph in question, you can see the diver in the image is Ellen Kuljanats. It's not generally seen as one of the more beautiful caves, but it actually, as you can see in the photo, it has some incredibly beautiful sections. And this section in particular, to get there you have to pass through really quite a small restriction and then wind through some kind of small and tight twisty cave, and then suddenly it opens up into this big room with these giant formations, these massive stalagmites, stalactites and columns. And you can see in the picture that Ellen is just frozen in awe looking at these formations, and it was just a perfect opportunity to capture that.
Always so great to hear from the photographer, and it's so interesting to hear how he talks about these environments. So what did the judges think of this?
Yeah, the judges loved the message behind it. They had a lot to say about this image. Christina Mittermeier called the image beautiful. David Dubélé said that the way it has been carried out and the fact that it's in black and white, it's just unbelievable. And Andy Mann just summed it up perfectly. He said, that's adventure.
Oh, fantastic. Well, congratulations to all the winners and to Tom St. George, 2022's Ocean Adventure Photographer of the Year. Just goes to show how high a standard of photography we are judging this year. And that story of hard work and hours that goes into each and every one of the finalist images is just brilliant. If you'd like to get a closer look at all of tonight's finalists and all of this week's finalists, you can of course do so at www.opy2022.com. That's it for today's episode. Tomorrow we take a look at a particularly special award, the Ocean Portfolio Award. See you then at 6 p.m. UK time on IGTV.